Yes, it's that time again. Welcome to this week's vlog. Hello, back on the bank again. I've just done something that I've not done for a lot of years. I've just coated my bivvy in bloody spod mix. Ah, dear. Fun and games. Fun and bloody games. I know we've all done it, but the more I do it, the more I bloody laugh. Right, what am I doing today? Basically the same as what I did the last time I was out. Combi rig, 360, and now I'm doing something different this time. I've got a snowman set up on the left hand rod. More so because I saw fish activity out there last time. I was down and I only had that one pickup. I was thinking that every bait out there looked the same, so I'm trying a snowman setup with me normal 16mm bottom bait and a 13mm white one. What's the flavour of this? I think the pop-up is, plum and caproic. But I'm not bothered about the flavour. I'm just using it as a, what do you call it, a target. Same rods, same reels. I had a ball breaker of a shift at work this morning. Got finished at 1 o'clock instead of 3 o'clock. Because it was Easter, everything in the, more or less everything in the warehouse had to go out on a trailer. So it was all hands on deck to get everything out. So I'm now down here. I'm going to enjoy my 48-hour session this time, I think. Yeah, time's about 3:30 time now, and I shall be packing up around about the same time on Monday, so it's going to be a 48-hour session. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see if the fish play ball. Surprisingly, there's nobody else on the venue, or on the lake I should say, not the venue. There's one or two people dotted about, but with it being bank holiday, I'd have thought there'd have been more people about. But it has been absolutely chucking it down the rain the last 2 days. So whether that's put them off or not, I don't know. So we'll just have to wait and see. going to try something different for my tea tonight. I'm going to try and do in the Ridge Monkey. Stir fry. Chicken fillets. And an egg fried rice. See what sort of a mess that turns out to be. I like my stir fry from a Chinese, so I'm going to see if I can't sort of replicate it in my Ridge Monkey tonight. I hope I do, because I've got that again tomorrow night. So if I make a hash of it, I don't know what I'm going to eat tomorrow night. I've put out, because I'm doing a 48-hour session, I've put out 10 large sponges of particle. Well, 9, one went over the bivvy. 5 chopped, halved and crumb boilers over that same area. And I've put about, I don't know, 70 baits over the top of the snowman setup. Fishing helicopters again. You're just using the same principle. It's just that the snowman I'm using more of a sighter than a actual wafter, if you like. Baiting levels can be a right pain to get right at times, but I'll always remember watching, it was an old film, it was on VHS. I'm sure it was called Carp Baits, the video. Because where did they go? They went to Minstrel Baits, Leslie's a Luton, Martin Lockett Solar, Tim Paisley's house, making bait with John Lilly, Bill Cottam's house, making bait with Bill Cottam. I think from memory there was a small interview with Rod Hutchinson as well. Might be totally wrong on that bit, but for some unknown reason I'm thinking that there was an interview with Rod Hutchinson in it. And they also interviewed Andy Little. He was talking about baiting levels, and when he's session fishing, or when he was session fishing, let's get this right, he used to like approximately 8 ounces of bait for every single carp in the swim. And to me it made perfect sense. I mean, 150 bait, no, it ain't 150. 8 ounces of 16mm baits is approximately I wouldn't know because I've never counted them, but I'm going to have a guess. I'm going to say it's going to be about 130, 140 boilies in 16mm size. Now, when you actually watch a carp feed, they will go at it in three ways. They will come over the swim and just pick the odd one up. They will come into the swim, start picking the odd one up, and then really get their heads down. Or they'll just come in and they'll just upend and it's gone. His way of thinking was that with 8 ounces of bait out there, or 140 baits, for example, if they was only coming in and picking, just picking up the odd one or two, then there's plenty of bait out there for other carp. If there was picking and then started having it, then there was enough bait out there to get a couple of bites. And the same as if they came in, cleaned you out and off the top. There's enough bait out there to get you a couple of bites. And I've sort of always stuck to that. The only time I deviate from that was when I used to go to France. I used to hoik it in. The first day it would just be more or less single hook baits, just to gauge what's happening within the swim. But day 2 onwards, I really used to pile it in. I say pile it in. The last time I went fishing 3 rods for a week, I done 30 kilo of boilies. So that's 10 kilo of boilies per rod on average, per rod a week. So I mean, I've seen it with particles as well. You put out, I mean, this is going to go to the extreme, but you put out a kilo of hemp, cooked hemp. Yeah, the fish might sort of swim over the top of it, but you put 5 kilo out and then watch them go at it, and then when the seeds start becoming scarce because they've scoffed so much, they'll disappear. You put another 5 kilo out, they'll come back and they'll rip it. They'll be ripping the bottom up. I mean, it's this same thing as fish for a bite at a time. Yes, I'll stick to that through the winter months, but the way I look at it, if you've got just enough food out there just for one bite, then that's just one carp. The more carp you get feeding in your swim, the easier they are to catch. So through the summer months, I don't stick to the fish for a bite at a time. A lot of people do, and a lot of people catch. but that's not the tactics I use. Like I say, I generally try to stick to around about 8 ounces of bait per fish that's in the swim. I mean, I was coming down here 3 years ago on this particular lake, and I was coming down after work, and in a 4-hour session I was getting through 2.5 kilo of bait. And it got to the point where they was taking the bait on the drop, or more or less on the drop. Cast my rod out, start sinking the line, and the line would be pulled out my fingers.